Y'all, I am Cassie Bollinger. I'm going to talk a little bit about what I do on a day-to-day basis to try and reach new customers, to build relationships with current customers, and how to retain other customers that I already had previously. So the first thing is that I do a lot of social sharing. I make sure that on my social media pages, so whatever platform you have or whatever you currently are using, you can utilize this in a way that's good for you. Everybody's a little bit different. I like to share whenever I am changing out the wax. So wax change Wednesday, and I always hashtag it. I always make sure to take a video. Like today, I tried to go live. For some reason, the live wasn't working. So I recorded it on my phone. I will edit it and then get it uploaded to my social media. I'll either do it through Reels or I'll do it on my laptop. It just kind of depends on my mood. There really is no one certain way. There's a lot of different apps that you can do editing. So getting into all that, you'll have to ask somebody. Just Google it. Just Google it. But I like to show me changing out the wax and putting more wax in. But it's not just that, but you need to solve a problem. So what would be the problem? Why am I changing out my wax? Well, I can't smell it anymore. Or maybe when I am changing out the wax, I notice that there's a grime on the bottom. There's a brown grime that started to accumulate and it just looks ugly and blah. So then I can try and solve that problem. So you need to find a problem and a solution. So your wax change. The problem is I can't smell my wax anymore. So let's change out our wax. Or the next step is, oh my gosh, I cleaned out my wax because I couldn't smell it, probably because I left it in too long. And now it has this brown orangey film on the bottom. So from there, I can show them how I clean it. I clean it with black raspberry vanilla. I throw it in there. I let it warm up. I let it completely melt. Make sure it's covering all the places that have that brownish orangey film. And then after it is set and completely warmed, I go back through and I clean it out. And I do that in a video. I do them in short videos, and then I either combine them all or I'll separate them into individual videos. It is up to you. Try different things because your audience on those different platforms may want different shorter videos, or maybe they need longer videos. It kind of is up to you. So use them as all individual and then combine them all. Try it. A lot of what people are doing on social media or with digital marketing is kind of a trial and error of what is actually going to work. There's not like one solution. There's not one way to do it. And if you do it this way, you'll be successful, because it really depends on what you're doing on your social media page. So I'm going to talk about examples. I am primarily on Facebook. So these will be the things that I do on Facebook as I'm starting to build my business. About 2 years ago, let me start in the beginning. 2020, I started with Scentsy. I partnered with them to build my business, and I started building a team pretty early on. I have utilized Facebook for a lot of different things. One of them was Facebook group. I have a VIP page, and then I have a team page. So I have to keep the content going. I have to at least have something being posted for them to be able to see it. Then I also started a business page a couple of years later. A year after that, I changed my Facebook profile over to professional. That way I could get insights and see what is working and what is not. Now, with this trial and error, sometimes doing reels and then stories and then posts and then all three, it really is the game of when you post, who's going to see it and when are they going to see it. There are some days that I get people that are seeing videos and content from weeks ago. We don't really know the algorithm. There's not one algorithm. There's not one solution. It really is a combination. So when you are starting to grow your business and maybe you're wanting to do more, you're going to have to find the avenues that make you happy. Because if I told you that you had to do reels every single day, every hour on the hour, could you keep up with that content? So if that was the solution, would you even do it? Again, same thing for the stories. The stories you can sit there and do every single day and constantly have a story up there. But if you don't like to do stories, or maybe it's one of those things that you're not really sure what to put, would you consistently do that if that was the key? So in all of these videos, every time that you watch a training, every time that you pull up a YouTube video to how to or what to do, everybody's trying to find that one solution. And it's not there. It's a combination of so many different things. So from Facebook, I can at least give you my experience of what has worked. In the beginning in 2020, when I started my VIP group, it was easy to post and pray and get sales. It really was. I could post something, I would get sales. I could post something else, I could get sales. I was making posts every hour on the hour from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. And it was very successful. It worked very well through COVID and through 2020 to 2021. And then at some point, I started to get just burnt out. It was so much content to try to give to my customers, even though there's so much content available. There's so many products. There's so many amazing products. There's so many different scents. There's so many different things releasing, especially during the holidays and during the fall and winter season. It's hard to keep up with that. So I took everything back. I took a step back and I started posting 3 times a day. I have my interactive post for the day at 8 a.m. I then have a 9 a.m. Something Scentsy, and then a 7 p.m. that is something non-Scentsy. Now, my sales have fluctuated. There are some months I'm still doing really well, and there's other months that I struggle just to be able to get what I consider my bare minimum. It is all about how else you try to connect with your customers. It is not just about posting and praying. It's about building a relationship. They need to know, like, and trust you to be able to even purchase anything from you, to take any of your recommendations. Maybe they don't like the way you talk. Maybe they don't like the way that you post. Maybe they don't like how often you post. Those aren't your people. You got to find your people. A lot of my friends or a lot of my customers that are on Facebook, half the time they have to go search for me to find my content. And so I have tried to do different things to figure out what was the best way. Well, the one thing I found is interacting with them on their page. So if they're posting anything, then I'm commenting, I'm reacting, I'm engaging with them. The more you engage with other people, the more that you will be seen in their feed. And it's just how Facebook has it. It's a social experiment. It's a social thing. You have to be social for you to be seen. Now, I don't pay for ads. I do not pay for any extra advertisement because I told myself that I was going to try and do this as organically as I can. Will I do ads in the future? I don't know. It might be something that I do. Facebook likes to send me all this stuff about coupons and, like, ooh, you get a free blah, blah, blah to post an ad. I'm not really sure about it yet because I haven't really looked into how the ads work. So if that's the avenue that you want, then you can go ahead and like Google search how to do ads on Facebook and how's the best way to do them. I'm still learning how to do content and learn how to edit videos and how to add music or voiceovers, that kind of thing, and piecing them together. I'm slowly learning more and more. So that the advertisement part still scares me, but it's something that I'll have to get over at some point. The next thing is that not only do you need to figure out what you enjoy, but then you have to figure out what your customers enjoy. So me posting every hour on the hour was great because my VIP group was like over 900 people. There was tons of people in there. Everybody was buying. Everybody was buying. And then it got to the point where like nobody was seeing anything. There wasn't people interacting. Your customers will go through fluctuations. They find Scentsy, they absolutely love it, and they're going to purchase quite a bit of stuff. But then after they get that stuff, then they go back into kind of what I call as like your customer bank. They're the ones who are going to buy, but they're not going to be upfront getting all of the warmers and all of the diffusers. They're just going to be doing refills. And you don't want to forget about those. You want to be able to make sure that you're still interacting with everybody as much as you can. Now, I'm not expecting you to sit on Facebook 24/7 to respond to everybody, to look at everything. But if you take 10, 15 minutes out of your time and you are intentionally looking for people to interact with, that's actually an IPA. We call income producing activity. Because again, if you are interacting with them, they will start to see your content. You interact with them, they'll see more of your content. You interact with them, and then they will get more notifications and they will get more interaction with you. So you have to be social on social media. I mean, it's amazing. Social media, you have to be social on there. So social selling, again, find a solution and utilize it. If you are cleaning your house that day and you're using your Scentsy products for all, I mean, like the cleaning stuff's amazing. The counter clean, the bathroom cleaner. Oh my gosh. I always rave about the bathroom cleaner because I'm not much of a cleaner. So I don't have a lot of content on it, but I absolutely love it because it's easy to use. It's easy to work with and it does an amazing job and it smells amazing. So you have to find your niche. You have to find what do you use the most. I love warmers and wax. And honestly, I talk about it a lot, so I sell a lot of it. I sell different warmers. I sell all kinds of different wax. I always try to find them 6-packs, or I go through Facebook groups in other Scentsy consultants that have shared different pictures that they've taken of those bundles. And so you have to find the solution. Maybe they don't know how to search for the waxes they want. So maybe you can show them how to use the filter on your website. Maybe you can talk about the filter on your website, or you can show them this is a 6-pack. If you need the listing of everything that's in here, let me know. Sometimes a pre-made cart is all that they need, and then and you send it to them, they purchase it, and you're done. So when you think about social selling and what you need to do and how you need to do it, it is all about learning what platform you are on, the ins and outs. And then also understanding it's going to change. What works today and what works tomorrow may not work in a week or a month or a year. And what was working before isn't working now, but maybe it'll start working again. It's really hard to pinpoint a one specific thing that you can do for like Facebook, or one specific things you can do for Instagram, or one specific thing you can do for TikTok. The best suggestion that I have is find what you love, find what brings you joy, and then share that information. Because if you are excited, if you are involved in the conversation and your voice is like, they can tell you're smiling, they can tell you're excited, they can tell that you're ready to do this. They can feel that, and you will find those people. Those are your people, like the people that think you're the jam to their peanut butter, the people that think that you're the mac to their cheese, because they're gonna find you, and they're gonna find that what you think is funny or what you think is important, they're gonna find the same information. Now, not everybody on your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube channels, all of the above are going to like your content, and that is okay. Honestly, when you start getting haters, that means you're doing something right. I mean, I hate to say it that way, but you are. The only reason that you get haters is because they don't like someone else being successful. So you're going to have to grow some thick skin to be able to do social selling and social sharing and all of the above. So yes, I did say selling, because in a way, after you social share, there is a social selling aspect of what we do. When you're showing them what the business is like, if you're showing them the different warmers that are coming out, you're showing them all the different waxes that we have, and you're talking about it, you're going live, you're posting pictures. In a way, it will lead to the social selling part. And that's going to be where you've already built that relationship and you've started to connect with your customers, and they know, like, and trust you, and then they're going to start to buy from you. It is a process, and if you just stop one day and think you can just pick it up where you left off, it's not going to be that easy. But it is worth it, because anything that's worth it is worth the hard work. And it just depends on what your goals are in your job, goals are in your business, goals are in life. It works all the way across. So when you don't know what to do, think of what kind of Scentsy products did I use today? What kind of Scentsy products do I need to use today? And you can go through a list, you can write them down, you can brainstorm to figure out like what content you want to do, but sometimes you just got to do it. You got to do the messy videos, the hard videos, the pictures. They may not look perfect, but just do you. And I promise it'll get easier, it'll get better, and you'll enjoy it, and you'll start to see how your business will start to grow over the time that you're doing it. And just make sure that you always know that you're going to have to learn how to pivot. If something stops working, you got to figure out how to change it a little bit, tweak it a little bit, move over to a different platform, or move to a different type of like story or reel or post or live video or uploading videos, and see which one works best. And then make sure that you try to learn a little bit of everything. Focus on one and then start to incorporate the other ones and start learning a little bit more, and all the information will help you be successful. That's what I have for you guys today. I love you all. Again, my name is Cassie Bollinger. My team is #NoLimits, y'all, because there are no limits in this business. There are no caps. And you are strong, you are worthy, and you are important. So don't forget that. Love you guys.